It's that moment, right? The house is completely still, the whole world seems to be asleep, but your eyes are wide open, just staring into the dark. And your mind is loud. If you know this feeling, that late night loneliness, then this is for you. Okay, let's dive in and figure out what's really going on when your brain just refuses to switch off. And this is the cruel joke of it all, isn't it? Your muscles are aching for rest. Your eyelids feel like they weigh a ton. Your body is at the finish line, just begging to collapse. But your mind, oh, it has just laced up its running shoes. It's decided that now is the perfect time to sprint through every single worry, every embarrassing memory, and every possible thing that could go wrong tomorrow. And it always starts so small, doesn't it? Just an innocent little question, a quick little mental check-in. But then, that little thought invites a friend. And suddenly, you're replaying a conversation from yesterday, just cringing at something you said, analyzing every single syllable. And just like that, the floodgates open. The thoughts leap into the future, building these terrifying scenarios out of thin air, planning for disasters that haven't even happened yet. And finally, it lands on the crushing weight of everything you have to do tomorrow. If this mental pinball machine feels intensely familiar, I really need you to hear this. You are not broken, and you are definitely not alone. So what is this midnight mind race? Why does our brain, the very thing that's supposed to help us, seem to betray us the moment our head hits the pillow? Let's get into the science of what's actually going on in your head. Now, what's really fascinating about what you're seeing here is this fundamental conflict. See, when you finally stop moving and all the distractions of the day fade away, your brain thinks, oh, perfect, no interruptions. It's time to solve all the problems. So while your body is trying to power down, your brain is just flooring the accelerator. And the fuel for this engine? A lot of the time, it's a hormone called cortisol. Just think of it as your body's ancient, built-in alarm system. Stress triggers it, and its one and only job is to keep you hyper-alert and ready to fight or run. A fantastic feature if you're, being chased by a tiger, but a terrible one when the threat is an unpaid bill and you're just trying to get some sleep. And the triggers for that stress, well, they're the usual suspects of modern life, right? During the day, we're so busy juggling emails and errands and conversations that we don't really have time to process them. But at night, the quiet arrives. And your brain uses that silence to finally open all the files you've been ignoring, flooding your system with that stay alert signal. Okay, so we know our brain is stressed out and on high alert, but this next part, this is the real game changer. We're about to reframe this whole experience in a way that might just change how you think about your sleepless nights forever. We get so angry at ourselves for it, don't we? We think, ugh, why can't I just stop thinking? What's wrong with me? We see it as this bug in our programming. But what if it's not a bug at all? What if it's a feature that's just, well, completely misunderstood? So, here it is. This is the crucial point. Your late night overthinking isn't a sign that you're failing. It is a coping mechanism. It's a strategy your brain is using to try and get back some sense of control in a world that feels, well, pretty uncontrollable. Just let that sink in for a moment. Your brain is not your enemy. It is not being malicious. It's running through every single worst-case scenario because, in its own strange way, it thinks it's helping. It believes that if it can just anticipate every possible danger, every potential humiliation, then nothing can catch you by surprise. It's a flawed strategy for sure, but its intention is purely protective. And this illustrates perfectly how it's built. It's like a three-layer defense system. Deep down at the core is the real, painful feeling, that fear of not being good enough, of being rejected, and that feeling is really tough to sit with, so anxiety steps in like a bodyguard to shield you from it. But anxiety itself feels awful, right? So your brain deploys its ultimate weapon to manage the anxiety, overthinking. It's the final wall in a fortress that's designed to keep you safe from your deepest fears. So now that we know why our brain does this, we can change our approach. We can stop fighting a war against our own mind and, start negotiating a peace treaty. So let's get into the toolkit and see how we can give our brains some new, more effective strategies for feeling safe at night. We're going to walk through 3 simple but super powerful steps. Think of this as your practical guide to gently teaching your brain that it's okay to stand down from high alert.
First things first, you need to create a landing strip for sleep. You can't expect your mind to go from 100 miles an hour to zero in an instant. A wind down routine is really just a powerful set of signals. Dimming the lights, turning off screens, reading a book. You are physically telling your nervous system that the day's battles are over. You are signaling that the environment is safe and it can finally begin to power down. Next up is a technique that sounds almost too simple to work, but honestly, it is one of the most effective tools we have. The whole idea is right here on the screen. This is what we call the brain dump. Sometime in the evening, and this is key, not right before bed, set a timer for 10 minutes. Grab a notebook and just write down every single thing that's buzzing around in your head. Tasks, fears, reminders, half-baked ideas, all of it. By putting it on paper, you're making a promise to your brain that these thoughts have been heard and they won't be forgotten. Then you physically close the book. You are putting the worries to bed before you get into bed.
And finally, for those thoughts that still manage to pop up in the dark, you have to change the game. Instead of fighting them, just notice them. Acknowledge the thought, hello there, work worry, without judging yourself for having it. Then, gently bring your attention back to a physical sensation, like the feeling of your breath moving in and out. The goal isn't an empty mind. It's just to stop wrestling with your thoughts.
As we bring this to a close, let's focus on the most important mindset shift you can make on this journey to reclaiming your rest. If you take away only one thing from all of this, please let it be this. There is nothing wrong with you. Your racing mind isn't some character flaw. It's your brain working incredibly hard, using an outdated survival program to protect you. And now you have new tools to help it learn a better, calmer way. And please, remember this. Rest is not a prize you get for being productive. It is not something you have to earn after clearing your to-do list. It is a fundamental biological need, as essential as air and water. And you absolutely deserve to have that need met, tonight and every night.